like Harvey there, he's got some of the rare classic General Radio telephones. I think he's got a sideband unit and a lot of the Super MC series as well. So when he gets going, and the skip doesn't cover him up because he's up at higher altitudes. It's hard to copy down here sometimes, or see him to copy us. He can check in quite a few General Radio telephones. I've got some information on it, so that was good. He was able to shed some light on that. And you mentioned the let's see, the YouTube Radio Forum, OTR.totakeforum.net. I just never remember that. I noticed the old site, the OTR site. You type in OTR, it's up kind of in a backwards, sideways mode. Our original website that got hijacked ever so long ago is sort of there hanging on. Rob is, I guess, got the URL back. So whenever we get a hold of Rob, we might be able to work on that and maybe get things going back up on the original OTR webpage. Maybe turn it into a real webpage like we had. A lot of work on that, and it's kind of hard to do, but we are hoping to get that going again. The jingle singers are saying, yes, indeed, it's time for counting and amounting, and they've got the perfect jingle to do just that for us. Channel 11. Right. Fresno, California. Yeah, stay with us and be modern. And as you've heard tonight, a lot of modern for the time, a lot of modern features on these radios, and that's sort of what kind of put you to the forefront. In 1963, if you added that extra range boost, that was kind of modern. In 1968, you put in double sideband. It's kind of a modern thing, I guess. Tonight, it feels good to be back in the, as we call it, the hot seat. Again, thanks to Cliff and all the group that helped us get some check-ins for last week and shoot them over to me. Everybody's on the list, so keep the kind of perfect attendance thing going on. Skip wasn't too bad tonight. We saw the 9 o'clock, top of the 9 o'clock hour, the space station flyover. Oh, it was a good one, too, so hope you were able to pick up on that. Shortwave listeners tonight, we didn't add anybody new to the list according to my notes, but we did have 11 on page 1, 12 on page 2, 9 on page 3, and 7 on page 4, for a total of 39 total. And for radios tonight, a total of 16. We'll go through those. You know, I neglected to find out what was our most heard manufacturer. I'm going to say it was probably the Brownings, although we did have, I could be wrong here. We had 4 trams. Well, let's quickly, we had, let's see, the one Browning there, the one Browning there, the one Browning there. Oh, look at this. It looks like the trams. Trams with 4, the Brownings with 3. And a couple of General Radio telephones and some others thrown in for good measure. Here we go, starting off with the Tram Titan. That was Cliff. Cliff always knows. I think he knows somehow which is going to be the most heard radio, and sort of primes the pump by checking it in first. The Tram Titan for our first radio. Thanks, Cliff. Then Ed, Mr. Ed, on the Heathkit GW22. Radio 3 was Bill Loner on his E.F. Johnson, the Viking Messenger 1, our only Johnson radio of the evening. The General Radio Telephone Super MC11A, of course, the thrift store special brought to us by Chris. Radio 5, Mr. Ed on his Hammerlund CB212. I think we are due in the next couple of weeks for a Hammerlund kind of evening. They're out there waiting to pounce and giving us a kind of a sample of what we might expect when that happens on his CB212. Radio 6, Green Arrow on the Browning Eagle. That's the R27S23 combination. So kind of doing his East Coast radio sound tonight between the Tram and the Browning. Monkey's Uncle getting a few in, as he often does with his bodacious sounding Comstat, the Lafayette 25B. Don't hear many Lafayettes, but we know they're out there. That one was up to par. Radio number 8, SWL 16 on his tram, the TR27E, using the Electric Voice 638 microphonium. Radio 9, Mark Monkey's uncle on the Golden Eagle Mark III from Browning. Radio 10, Mr. Bill, giving us some bodacious sounds on the tram D201A. Their non-modified 40-channel upper and lower sideband radio. Radio 11 followed that, the tram D201, which originally was 23 channels, and has been modified for 40-channel operation. From SWL 50. Radio 12, Ed on the Browning Golden Eagle Mark III SSB, demonstrating the penalizer there. Harvey on the west side, firing things up in the radio room tonight, the shop, the Golden Eagle, the original Browning Golden Eagle, the R68 T68. Wait a minute, I think I missed that. I'm going to make a modification here. That's our fourth. That is our fourth Browning, so we do have a tie between the Brownings and the trams now. I missed that because, you know what, I didn't write Browning. I just wrote R68, T68 when I was scanning. I missed that. So our fourth Browning of the evening, the R68, T68 from RV Radio 14. Mike coming back from the portable operation, back to the Radio Cabana with his Robin T123. Nice audio signal. Radio 15. The Buddy Bass, the TX11B, RC11B, and the on-the-air speaker all combined together for the plate modulated Buddy radio, and then Harvey on our 16th and final radio of the evening, the General Radio Telephone Super MC100, sort of the prototype. There is a picture of it up on the tube radio of the OTR Take forum. If you look at it, you kind of see, yeah, that's kind of put together interestingly. A little piece here, a little piece there, and rescued and brought to Fresno. Thank you, Harvey. So that we here at OTR, probably the best place it could be in the entire United States. Who would appreciate, or who would not appreciate more? Is that correct? Or who would appreciate more that radio than that gang of crazies here on the old tube radio network, the FWL, the old tube radio operators? What a treat. And it's our very own. Yes, Harvey, we're taking possession of your radio. Thanks for letting us here at the old tube radio network be a part of it. As did all our radio operators tonight. Fine job. Shortwave listeners, of course, and even if you don't even have a CB radio, you're listening on your scanner, or maybe your old RCA console radio that tunes in 27 megacycles. What fun. All right, anyway, 73 all. The Old Tube Radio Network, of course, a production of the Old Tube Radio Network LLC 2010, and the Old Tube Radio Net Control Stations, sometimes provided by Soon. I hope when we get everything together here, Bozo Control, we are chomping at the bit to get back to some tube radio transmits here to join in the fun just like everybody else. We will see you again next week, same time. That's 8 p.m. on 27085 Channel 11, where real radios glow in the dark and have been doing so for the past 25 years. Talk to you later. And remember, real radios glow in the dark.